Now, Dr. Tando also said his outfit has resolved to improve the communication, especially to parents, whenever there's a confirmed case of COVID-19 in a school. He admits there was some delay when dealing with the Accra Girls SHS outbreak.
Like you said, it's a learning process and it's a learning curve. And we are strengthening our communication with parents in all schools, especially when there is a case or a suspected case, to ensure that parents will receive information not from other sources but directly from the school. Conversations with the Director General and communication going to schools is that as soon as there is any attempt to even isolate because of a suspected case, parents should at least be given some information that this is the situation, health authorities are in place. But yes, we have learned some lessons around the communication. Our press release came out on Monday evening when the news had already broke. While we are not excusing the gap in communication or the communication delay, there was a health situation that we needed to make sure the health officials handled. Okay. And so that shifted our attention onto ensuring that that situation was under control. We, of course, are able to juggle more than one ball at a time, but at that particular time, we knew that we needed to ensure that the students were safe. Of course, you have young 17 and 18-year-olds. It's nerve-wracking. So in terms of the internal communication, that happened, but of course, we could have done a lot better in terms of our communication to parents.
Let's go to KNUST and speak to Kwesi Deborah, who is standing by, reporting on the aftermath of yesterday's demonstration. Kwesi, what's the situation this morning?
Yes, Daniel, of course, I'm here at the KNUST JHS compound, and the education regional director is here and is meeting the students. What's happening is that what happened yesterday, she wasn't able to come around. So she came this morning just to interact with the students and also teachers. So she's there at the Honesty Great Hall having an interaction. So we're waiting. When they are done and she's done speaking with the students, we can speak to her. So that's what's happening here at KNUST right now.
Kwesi, tell us about the atmosphere on campus. How are the students after this event?
Well, Danny, I've been speaking with some of the students around, and you know what happened yesterday. That's the person who is involved, the deceased, and he's a third-year business student. And she came with she was a day student, and because of the government's directive, he was a boarding student. And what happened was that when he came with a medical record that he's suffering from ulcer, and so when it happened, then according to the students, he was neglected, and which resulted in his demise. They were quite angry. They cited issues of the immediate causes and the long-standing causes also. And one of the things that they stated was the issue of the sick bay, because now when government directed that they should come to school, they are supposed to have a sick bay. Now when you go to the school, there isn't any sick bay. And beyond that, since they came to first year, they've been collecting 5 cedis from each student. That's what the students have been telling us. We have not confirmed that from the authorities, but that's what they told us. They'll be contributing 5 cedis every term for the construction of a sick bay. And there's a case where they came and the government has also directed that they are supposed to have a sick bay and they are not having it. So these compounded them. And what happened also yesterday, then they wanted to when they started protesting, that when it was this incurred stages, they wanted the headmistress to come out so that they could speak to her. But she almost ran the vehicle through them, and that's what we got them angry. And they started pelting stones, and that resulted in the breaking of the windscreen of the headmistress's car. So that's what's happened. They are quite calm, but the situation again is because there was rampage on campus, and it resulted in the destruction of activities. They've not had their breakfast. And this is a case where they are having money, but there isn't any canteen, and they're also not having their breakfast. So that's a bit of, though some are calm, some are a bit also agitated, and some also, when I spoke to them, they would want to repeat this whole thing again because they think that things have not been addressed, and if should they sit there for things to go that way, it means that their whole academic, as in academic activities here is going to be disrupted. So they think that it's very imperative that they register their displeasure at this whole thing that the authorities are doing. So Daniel, that's what's happening. Some are calm, some would want to do this again.
So I see some students, for want of a better expression, loitering about behind you. Is it that all the teachers are meeting the regional director and so there are no classes ongoing?
Yeah, absolutely. Since there was disruption of activities, academic activities, and as I told you earlier, that they are having a meeting at the Great Hall, the Honesty Great Hall of KNUST JHS. Some are there, and they are waiting for the outcome. Some of the students are there. Some, as you can see at my back, they are waiting for the others to come so that they can ask them what happened in there. And earlier also when we were around, we heard them clapping. So we don't really know what happened that resulted in they clapping. So they'll be coming, and these students are waiting for them so that they can interact with them and know whatever happened over there.
Kwesi, thank you very much for that update from KNUST JHS campus. We will be getting the latest from him later in the day.